Long ago, amid the arid landscape of the Judean desert, a discovery surfaced that would forever change our understanding of ancient history. Hidden for centuries, the Dead Sea Scrolls reveal secrets from a past that predates the life of Christ. Imagine it's 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II, a time marked by profound change and renewal. In this atmosphere, a young Bedouin shepherd named Muhammad Ed-Dib was searching for his lost goat along the steep cliffs near the Dead Sea, not far from the site of Qumran. Little did he know that his quest for a stray animal would lead to one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. When Muhammad, driven by curiosity, threw a stone into a cave, he heard an unexpected sound: the breaking of pottery. Driven by a sense of adventure and mystery, he and his companions investigated, only to find a collection of ancient clay jars. Inside those jars were scrolls made from parchment and papyrus, some written in Hebrew, others in Aramaic and Greek. These writings, preserved for over 2 millennia, date back to roughly 200 BCE to 70 CE, covering one of the most pivotal periods in ancient Jewish history. What are the Dead Sea Scrolls? These texts contain fragments of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible, excluding the Book of Esther. Alongside these sacred scriptures are numerous other writings, poems, legal texts, and apocalyptic prophecies that shed light on the beliefs, customs, and daily lives of a mysterious Jewish sect, often thought to be the Essenes. The scrolls provide insight into the beliefs and struggles of people who lived during a time when the Roman Empire was expanding its reach, profoundly influencing regions across the ancient world. The significance of the Dead Sea Scrolls is monumental. Before their discovery, the earliest complete manuscript of the Hebrew Bible was the Leningrad Codex, dating to around 1008 CE. Suddenly, scholars had access to biblical texts that were more than 1,000 years older. This gap provided a unique opportunity to study the consistency of biblical texts over centuries, verifying that many of the teachings we know today have remained remarkably unchanged. Let's take a step back and explore the Qumran community itself, the likely origin of these remarkable texts. The people who lived in Qumran were devoted to preserving their beliefs in isolation. Many scholars believe the inhabitants were Essenes, a group known for their strict adherence to purity laws and communal lifestyle. They lived in isolation, perhaps as a reaction to the changing religious and political landscape of their time. Jerusalem, the heart of Jewish worship, had become entangled in political turmoil and Roman influence. The Essenes, wanting a pure and undisturbed life, moved to the desert, where they could practice their beliefs in peace. They dedicated their lives to study, prayer, and ritual, copying sacred texts to ensure their survival. Among the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Community Rule stands out as a defining document. This text describes the strict rules that govern the Essene way of life, emphasizing community discipline, communal meals, and the rejection of personal wealth. It's a window into the lifestyle that shaped the individuals who meticulously copied these texts by hand, making them available to future generations. Their commitment to preserving their beliefs and practices created a historical record that transcends the centuries. The scrolls also include apocalyptic writings, revealing that the Qumran community believed in an impending clash between good and evil. The War Scroll, for instance, describes a great battle in which the Sons of Light would vanquish the Sons of Darkness. This vision of a divine conflict reflects the uncertainty and tension of the time, a time when Jewish identity and traditions faced existential threats from foreign rule and internal divisions. The preservation of the Dead Sea Scrolls is itself a minor miracle. The arid climate of the Judean desert created the perfect conditions for these ancient documents to survive. Unlike many ancient texts lost to the ravages of time, fire, and decay, these scrolls endured, protected in sealed jars and hidden away from human eyes. For over 2,000 years, they lay untouched, preserved in the dark silence of the caves. The discovery of these scrolls sparked international interest and, eventually, a series of excavations that uncovered over 900 scrolls from 11 caves around Qumran. Some texts are complete manuscripts, while others are mere fragments, yet each piece provides invaluable insight into ancient Jewish thought, culture, and history. The Dead Sea Scrolls have not only enriched our understanding of the Hebrew Bible, but also contributed to scholarly debates on the formation of early Christianity. From a religious perspective, the scrolls bridge the gap between the ancient Hebrew scriptures and the teachings of early Christian groups. Some scrolls bear striking similarities to New Testament themes, such as messianic prophecies and concepts of resurrection, adding depth to our understanding of the ideological environment from which Christianity emerged. Scholars continue to debate the influence of the Qumran community on early Christian thought, with many suggesting that Jesus and John the Baptist were familiar with, or possibly influenced by, the ideas circulating in this region. One particular manuscript that stands out is the Great Isaiah Scroll, one of the most complete and best preserved scrolls found. Dating back to the 2nd century BCE, this scroll contains the entire book of Isaiah, and its words mirror closely those of later versions. This continuity not only reinforces the reliability of biblical texts, but also provides an anchor point for the historical study of ancient manuscripts. However, the journey of the Dead Sea Scrolls from discovery to public awareness has been filled with controversy. After their initial discovery, ownership disputes and a clandestine sale on the black market led to an arduous process of piecing together the fragments. During the 1950s, many scrolls were under the control of an exclusive group of scholars, leading to criticism over restricted access and slow publication rates. It wasn't until the 1990s, after decades of academic pressure, that high-resolution images of the scrolls became publicly accessible, opening up research opportunities worldwide. The legacy of the Dead Sea Scrolls is one of mystery, faith, and endurance. Their discovery has reshaped our understanding of ancient texts, offering a glimpse into the spiritual and social landscape of a time long past. Each scroll, whether a fragment or a complete text, contributes a unique piece to the puzzle of ancient history, helping us piece together the beliefs and lives of those who lived over 2 millennia ago. Today, the Dead Sea Scrolls continue to be a subject of study and fascination. They remind us of the resilience of faith and the power of written words to cross generations and cultures. In the modern world, where information is at our fingertips, the Dead Sea Scrolls serve as a bridge to our ancient past, a reminder of a time when knowledge was cherished and guarded, preserved by communities who sought to maintain their identity against the encroaching forces of change. So, if this exploration into the ancient world has captivated you, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Historical Highway for more insights into our shared past, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, keep uncovering history. The preservation of the Dead Sea Scrolls is itself a minor miracle. The arid climate of the Judean desert created the perfect conditions for these ancient documents to survive. Unlike many ancient texts lost to the ravages of time, fire, and decay, these scrolls endured, protected in sealed jars and hidden away from human eyes. For over 2,000 years, they lay untouched, preserved in the dark silence of the caves.